Did I just barely miss? Okay. Thank you, Gaijin. I'm honestly really embarrassed by that. I'm not even gonna lie. Holy! Bro had max ammo. He does have max ammo. Oh my gosh. Hello there, I am Chicken Farmer. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is about the M-51. This comes as a request from Iron Giant. I was already planning on making a video on this thing at some point in the near future, and getting this request just gave me a reason to make this video. So there are two versions of the M-51. You have the standard tech tree variant and you have the premium variant. These two vehicles are next to identical. The tech tree version of this vehicle has the M4A1 hull, whereas the premium version has the M4A3 hull. So what that means is they both have very similar effective hull armor and the same turret, although there really isn't much armor on this vehicle in the first place, and pretty much any of the vehicles that you'll be running against will not have any issue going through your armor. The only difference between these two vehicles, other than their hulls, is the tech tree version has a 7.62 machine gun on the roof, whereas the premium version has a 50 cal on the roof. They both have the same coax, but the roof mounted machine gun is different, and obviously with it having a 50 cal on the roof is much more potent than a 7.62 machine gun being on the roof. But that is where their differences end. These things are pretty much identical. I see them as the same, and I believe many people see them the same as I do. Now, what's so special about these Super Shermans is their 105mm gun. This is one of the best guns, if not the best gun, on a medium tank at its battle rating. This thing slings some very potent heat shells that make armor pretty much non-existent for most things that it runs against. In this vehicle, you will most likely be seeing a lot of German's 5.7 vehicles, aka Tigers and Panthers, and there aren't many angles on those tanks that you can't just go clean through with these heat shells. Now, these heat shells do have a slight downside. Their post-effects damage is sometimes a little lackluster and require either precise aiming or a few shells to take out an enemy vehicle. Now, one great thing about the ammunition on this thing is it's a heat shell, so it does not lose any of its 400mm of penetration over distance, which makes this thing a wonderful sniper. This is one of the few vehicles in this game that you can have no fear of an up tier at all. This thing performs exactly the same in an up tier as it does in a down tier. Its gun just goes through everything. It even turns the mouse's frontal armor into butter, which means in a down tier, you are going to be stomping your enemies with this thing. That's kind of where the good attributes end for this vehicle. When it comes to gun stabilization, this gun just bounces everywhere. You have to really get good at feathering your throttle if you're going to be trying to take shots while moving. When it comes to mobility, it's remotely decent, although the moment this thing comes across a hill, you will have a lot of trouble. With this thing having a mediocre standard power to weight ratio of 10, it leaves a lot to be desired when you're going up a hill, which means sometimes flanking or getting to a better position may become a very annoying chore, which kind of takes away from the fun of this vehicle. Obviously, like I said earlier, this thing has next to no armor and its crew is tightly compacted, so the chances of you getting one shot are quite high. That's just something to remember when playing this thing. That's why with its gun and its mobility, it's just best suited for a sniping role. Although, if you know me, I am kind of stupid and press my W key a little too much, so I don't know how much sniping gameplay we're gonna get of this thing. Yeah, I think that's this thing summed up pretty well. It's time to get in some gameplay. But first, please consider liking and subscribing. It truly helps out on this journey to making this dream into a reality. Alright, on to the gameplay. Something to note, the ammo rack on this thing is quite large, and carrying 33 shells is probably your best bet if you own one of these. Normally there'd be a whole separate rack, which you can see is empty right now, and really there's no way to carry enough shells and also remove that ammo rack. I believe it's 9 shells will make the other large ammo rack disappear, which I don't think 9 shells is worth it. I'd rather just stick with 33 and call it a day. Alright. This thing also has smoke grenades on the standard and premium version, which is a wonderful thing to have, especially in situations like this. There's PT. Alright. Well, now we're down to 2 crew members. That's not really fun. And there's the guy right in front of me. Great. Did I just barely miss? He's gonna kill me 100% here. What's wrong with you? Wow. Okay. I kind of half wish this thing had like the regular Sherman stabilizer, although I believe that it would become an actual problem if that were to be added to this vehicle, or either of the versions of this vehicle. So that's another thing about these heat shells, is they'll catch on everything. It gets annoying at times, but if you're not stupid like me, usually you won't have a problem with it. Getting pushed. Hello, Sherman. You fucked up. Okay. Thank you, Gaijin. I don't know what he's doing, to be honest. I thought that might kill... Wait. Am I tripping? Is there... Don't shoot my gun. I'm honestly really embarrassed by that. I'm not even gonna lie. You see how much that gun took to settle? This thing is crazy. I did kind of slam on the brakes a little, but even if you don't slam the brakes, it still bounces all over the place. I suppose that is one of the big balancing factors of this vehicle. Another thing to point out about this thing's mobility, not only is it bad at going up a hill, it's capped at 5 kilometers an hour backwards. So if you push out stupidly, there's a good chance that you're going to not be able to get back in time. I was kind of hoping for ammo right there, but my hope was in vain. That is some accurate artillery. Hello. Right, that is not what I wanted. Please, teammates, help me here. Hit that armor, I dare you. Thank you. You can normally get them to shoot you in the frontal plate, and they'll think that they can pen, but they can't. Hello there. Get the gun up. There we go. These German tanks, man. So easy to kill with this thing. Like, zero effort. You saw earlier when I shot that Panther that, I shot him when he had his side angled, like, a lot. With these heat shells, they almost ignore most angles. It's funny. Shots that you wouldn't think you'd be able to pen because of the angle of the armor just go straight through. It's so funny. Alright. That was really close to his ammo. There's the ammo. And now I'm out of first stage. So this sucks because I want to kill this Stridsvang. Stridsvangs are scary. You know, I'm going to waste a shell on the Stridsvang. That was a lucky shot. Every once in a while, the bounciness helps. What the hell are you doing? Bro has enough ammo for the whole, like, battalion in that tank. Holy! Bro had max ammo. He does have max ammo. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that guy's a German, man. Yeah, this thing was definitely designed as a direct counter to the... Or, can't say designed. This thing just fills the role as the direct counter to German mains, German vehicles. This thing is the German main hunter. Alright, got lucky on that one. Yes, angling your armor is a good idea. That will totally save you. I actually have been getting enough for nukes lately, and it's been weird because normally I'm not that good. I'm normally pretty bad at the game. I've just been, I guess, playing better. Maybe I've been just actually getting better at the game, or maybe it's just I'm getting lucky. I don't know. I have, over the last couple months, become a massive fan of Shermans, like all the different variants. I don't know why. I just love them. They're so versatile, and there's so many interesting different versions of them. Something in the trees up ahead of me. Wonder what it could possibly be. So I don't see a heavy tank. I see a heavy tank. I was hoping to go for that right ammo shot, the driver's side ammo, but that did not work out in my favor at all. I love killing those things with this thing. He's looking right at me. Ah! Overpressure. No? Overpressure. Woo! Oh, I didn't even overpressure him. Weird. Hide in the smoke. See, every once in a while you can bounce a shell. They just have to hit some really weird angles on your armor for it to bounce. Yeah, this thing has some really good gun depression, so you're able to just kind of sit on a ridge sometimes and just snipe people out. This tank is just so incredibly fun. It might actually be too good. Can I get a shot off? Oh, there's two of y'all. Oh, I'm out. See ya. See how much of an angle we hit that Tiger's turret at, and it's still penned? Now, yes, the post-effects damage was abysmal there, but like... Oh, it's T-34 on RT. Yeah, you see how it's still penned, like, even known it was at that angle. I don't know, it's just so good. Love this ammo. Also, something I completely forgot to mention. So they just randomly overnight were just like, alright, we're just going to completely change a bunch of the sound. So now it actually sounds like, I don't know, metal. It actually sounds like you're reloading. You can actually hear the shells drop as well. Like there's like a new sound here. I'll let you hear it. Oh, it just sounds so good. I love it. I love the changes they made with the sound. Alright, so that's the M-51. This thing is just such a monster for its battle rating. I really don't think it belongs at 6.0. I think one of two things could happen with this thing to balance it out a little bit, and that is A, just bump it up to 6.3 and call it a day, or buff its ammo, give it a stabilizer and bump it up to 6.7. Like, and I'm not saying like really buff its ammo, but like maybe give it an extra fragment or two when it comes to the ammo, the post effects damage, but besides that's probably being a little too picky, but yeah, I still don't feel like it's fair for 6.0 though. I really don't. Although, hey, that is just my personal opinion. So yeah, to summarize this thing, it's lightly armored, kinda sluggish, has a crazy gun with crazy ammo, and is just a very good performer, and it performs exceptionally well as a sniper. You can use it for other things, but it's very clear that its main job is to be a sniper. You're able to ignore pretty much all the armor that you see, and even most angles that you'll shoot an enemy at, you could just ignore completely. It does require some precise aim and a little bit of time to get used to its shell drop, but once you get used to those two things, this thing can be a monster in anybody's hands. So yeah, that's the video. Please, if you've enjoyed this so far, like and subscribe, and yeah, have a chill day.